Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm glad that you're here. If you're a current subscriber, I just want to say thank you for subscribing. And if this is your first time being to my channel, hopefully I can see you again and you can see some more of my videos. And I thank you for tuning in at this time. But I want to talk to you about something in this video about relentless faith in friendship. I'm going to give you 3 points on relentless faith and friendship, and it's based out of Mark chapter 2, verses 1 to 12, when Jesus he had returned to Capernaum, and he's at the house, and he's teaching about the word, teaching the people about the word of God. And there's a paralytic man. He's paralyzed. He's laying on a mat, and he has no way to get there. So his friends, they use their faith and they bring him there. And when they get to the house, they find out that, hey, there's no room. Even at the front door, there's no room to get their friend to Jesus so that Jesus can heal him, because they know that once they get him to Jesus, all he has to do is speak a word and that their friend will be healed. So what they did is they climbed up to the roof. They climbed up to the roof of the house, and they were like, hey, let's tear the roof off the house, remove the clay, because those houses were made out of clay at that time. Remove the clay, and let's lower our friend down to Jesus and get him to Jesus. And if we get him to him, he will be healed. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. And I'm going to give you, 3 points of, relentless faith. And these guys, it's, they're unknown, they're unnamed, but they're real friends, and they're faithful friends. And when they went to that house, they saw an obstacle, but they didn't let that obstacle stand in their way to get their friend healed. They thought to themselves that there must be another way. And that other way was to lower their friend down through the roof. So what they did is they dug through the clay, and they didn't want to be seen, but they wanted their friend to be seen. And they wanted their friend to get to the one, which is Jesus, that can save him and heal him. So the first point that I want to talk about is real friends carry you when you can't walk. You get that? Real friends, they carry you, they carry us when we can't walk. And see, we all need people in our lives who don't run when things get heavy. Because that paralyzed man, we don't know how much he weighed, but it was a weight. And his friends, they decided to pick him up and carry him to where he can get healed. And people who will show up and people who will lift us up, that's who we need in our lives. People that will walk with us when we're too weak, to walk. And I want to ask you, do you have that kind of friends in your life? Do you have friends that would do that for you? If you don't, I mean, it's okay. You can get friends. Friends will come. All you have to do is pray. Pray for the friends to come into your life. Pray for people to come into your life that can lift you up, that can pick you up, that will walk with you when things are heavy. The second point is faith finds a way. Those men, they didn't let the crowd stop them. They got to the house and they saw that there was no room, but they didn't let the crowd stop them. They didn't let the roof stop them. When when people get desperate to get to Jesus for yourself or someone else, stop making excuses. Stop letting obstacles get into your way, and just get to the one that can save and heal you, which is Jesus Christ. Faith will find a way. Use your faith to find a way to get to Jesus. The third point is Jesus, he sees faith in action. He saw the faith of those four friends, not because they said the right prayer, but because they moved. faith is not just believing. They could have believed, if we took our friend to the front door and left him there and we said a prayer that he would get healed. They could have believed that, but they wanted to what they did is they put their faith into action. They climbed up to the roof. They carried their friend up. They lifted him up to the roof and they lowered him down by faith to get him healed, you know, in front of Jesus. It's when you bring people closer to Jesus when they can't do it on their own, that is faith in action. That is relentless faith. That is true friendship. And here's the beautiful thing about it. Not only was the man healed, but everyone in that house, everyone in that room, they saw the glory of God. Because a few friends refused to give up. Because four men refused to give up, the whole room saw the glory of God that day. So today I want to challenge you. Be the kind of friend that will carry others. Live with faith that refuses to be blocked. And remember, sometimes your breakthrough is waiting on your willingness to climb. The world doesn't need more passive believers. What it needs is roof rippers. It needs stretcher barriers, stretcher carriers, more friends who will say, I'll get you to Jesus no matter what. If you can't get there, I will carry you there. That's the type of friends that we need. So I just want to leave this with you. Be the kind of friend that will lift someone else up, that will carry them to Jesus, not just only in prayer, but in faith. If this message has resonated with you, I ask you to please subscribe, like, comment, and share this message with someone else. God bless you and have a good day.